This is Andrew Stotz of Stotz Investment Research, and today I'm talking about Thailand, a country that is third most attractive based on our FVMR methodology in Asia. Now, there's four parts to what I'm going to talk about. The first part is the upper left-hand corner talking about GDP. Now, what we can see is that GDP growth over the last 4 quarters is about 3.3%. In this, I look at the four main components of GDP: private consumption, government consumption, investments, and net exports. Overall, Thailand has moderate GDP growth relative to regional peers. It's mainly driven by investments and private consumption, both being strong. Government consumption has been about neutral in contribution, and net exports have been the main drag on GDP. Let's look at the market and see what's happening there. The size of the GDP of the country is about 400 billion US dollars, and GDP per capita is almost 6,000 US dollars. The market capitalization is slightly higher than the GDP of the country at 494, so almost 500 billion. And what we can see is market volume is about $1.3 billion a day. There's about 700 listed companies on the market. Now, analysts expect 2017 to 2019 EPS growth to be below Asia ex-Japan benchmark, so high single digits. But remember, analysts tend to be optimistic. The dividend yield is expected to stay above Asia ex-Japan average, which we can see dividend yield at about 2.6 to 3 or so percent. Now let's look at our four elements. First of all, what we can see is the overall ranking for Thailand is 8 out of 10. That's pretty darn good. And fundamentals and momentum, or fundamentals and valuation, look pretty good at a number 7. Momentum is average, and risk is the best. So let's take a look at this in more detail. It's the third most attractive country in Asia based upon our four elements, FVMR. Fundamentals, well, moderate ROE is what's giving it a 7 ranking. It's on valuation, it's moderately attractive. Price to book is good, considering that ROE is pretty good also, and we have above average dividend yield. Momentum, well, moderate price and earnings momentum. We've already seen some of that happening, so that's been good, but not particularly strong right now. And from a risk perspective, the country has the lowest volatility relative to the rest of Asia. Now let's look at the market sectors for a moment, and what we can see is these are the 11 main sectors. And the top 3 sectors, financials are 17% of the market, energy 14%, industrials 12%. The best sector was industrials, up about 15%, driven by airports of Thailand, up 27%. The worst sector in stock, well, infotech and was up 3.6%. KCE Electronics was down by 6%. Of course, that company's been having a great run over the years. Well, get access to our research and articles by joining our free newsletter at becomeabetterinvestor.net/join, and I'll see you there.